I wrote these poems on a mirror so that I could see myself through my words. But it takes a lot of courage to observe how my body of work curves, how all the memories merge into fragments and what really occurs blurs. We're telling ghost stories to ourselves around a campfire in the wilderness of our body cells, dropping coins down an endless wishing well, waiting for the sound of the ground to echo back speaking spells. A bunch of empty shells scattered like a firefight. Shit, my whole life is a trigger in a flash of light. They'll burn my ashes, pour them out like they're molasses over passages of what I write. Insight from hindsight. Poetry in braille you touch but can't feel. I'm a rattlesnake in a field, starving for a meal, and my prey is on his heels, about to slay it for the squeal, because nothing's more beautiful than something being killed. I want to blow my brains out, but on a blank canvas, so my death is my last piece of real art. That way, my manager can sell the painting to the highest bidder and then make a deal to reproduce the prints for Walmart. I wish I was a billboard, impossibly cool, but instead I'm half philosopher and half fool. I'm good at giving you advice I can't apply to my own life and carrying the weight for other people like a pack mule. My name is Who the Fuck Cares? I'm a legend in my own mind. But in reality, I'm hanging on the ropes like a clothesline, losing every round in a fist fight with Father Time, eyes swollen, fully blind, hoping I can catch him with a haymaker, because if this goes to a decision, then I'm headed to the cremator. So fill a bathtub and plug in an appliance. I'm turning isolation into self-reliance. I'm like a day trader with insomnia, so I'm against global warming unless it's wintertime in California. Why is the most dangerous word in the human language? Because it challenges our happiness and anguish. Now, why would I tell you that? Shit, why not? My questions are free. It's my answers that cost. I'm a kamikaze with a paper airplane sipping sake from a cowboy boot in the lobby of a Sheraton. I want to be famous for all the wrong reasons. They'll use celebrity to give you something to believe in. I'll use celebrity to give you nothing to believe in, then love you anyway and call it even. See, if I never look foolish, then I will never be brilliant. I don't do this for myself, and that helps me to be resilient. But sometimes the sum of all the time is exhausting. I wonder if it's worth all the energy it's costing. I wake up in this twin bed, my feet hanging off the edge, my eyes bloodshot red, there's a sledgehammer in my head. It's like an instrument the way I play pretend. In the deep end, it's either sink or swim. It's either me or him. It's either us or them. I've got an anchor on my ankle and I'm trying to tread. I think my heart is lead. I've got that sinking feeling again. I'm about to go to war with 1,000,000 men, but life is pain. From the push to the slap to the name, I've got a freight train barreling through my veins. My skin is on fire and I'm standing in the rain playing chicken with a plane. I want to take off too, but there's nowhere I can go to get away from the memories of you. So this Halloween, I'm gonna be the color blue. That way nobody around me will see I'm see-through. Fuck, letting go is hard to do. So pardon me if I have to take a part of you. I'm scraping out the bottom of my heart with some sandpaper. I'm bouncing on a diving board attached to a 20-story skyscraper. She cried till she was dry and there was only eye vapors that crystallized on her cheeks like some ice glaciers until my bones were jungle gyms for her inner child. She has the reincarnated voice of Oscar Wilde. I smoke a black and mild. I use my hand as an ashtray, then crack a smile. See, I don't take the credit or blame. I take responsibility, so even though I'll never hold her again, I know that she's feeling me. My neck is on a swivel. I built the bridge to the middle. Now whenever I pass construction, I get sentimental. See, I'm the dopest rapper that you'll never hear. In fact, you're not hearing me now because I'm not even here. Nah, I'm a mirage, a hollow hologram of a man that's projected by a mass consciousness collage. I'm a chameleon wearing camouflage. I need a backup because I don't trust myself to do my fucking job. And if we're being honest, I don't trust myself at all. I wouldn't catch my own shadow in a trust fall. I've lied too many times in my mind just to justify what I was feeling at the time. Let me say that again. I've lied too many times in my mind just to justify what I was feeling at the time. Let me say that again. I've lied too many times in my mind just to justify what I was feeling at the time. So now I look at truth like a fashion statement. I put it on and take it off depending on the person I am in that generation. See, if you live for someone else and they disappear, you don't remember how to live or why you should care. I learned my lesson, but without her to apply it to, I'm stuck in hell. Oh well, at least I'm fireproof. Have you ever been so sad that you couldn't cry? Have you ever been so happy that you couldn't smile? Have you ever been so angry that you couldn't yell? You opened up your mouth, but the sound just turned around, traveled back into your gut, then tied itself into a knot and sat there stuck like what? I don't give a fuck. I won't come up. Have you ever thought you were so right that you were willing to fight to get your point across at any cost, only to realize later you were wrong in every way? Because if you haven't, that'll be the day, let me say. This one time, I saw a dude who worked for Vons collecting stacks of shopping carts in the parking lot with only one arm. This is true. Now, I should say that on that particular day, I had been feeling down about myself, depressed about some stupid shit, complaining in my head that I'm not as far along as I would like to be, that life is victimizing me, and mind you, I was buying food at the time. To put into my car, to put into my house, to put into my fridge, to put into my mouth. And that's when I saw him, 10 carts deep, pushing them with one arm down the street, whistling. I swear he was whistling. You know how happy I would have to be to spontaneously pucker up my lips, like I was about to blow a kiss, then open up a bit and push some air from my esophagus into a higher pitch? Shit. Really fucking happy? I mean, totally ecstatic. I would have had to have just had a three-way with Scarlett Johansson and Rachel McAdams, where both of them had orgasms as they screamed out, "Adam is the best we've ever had." Then, at that point, I would whistle. I mean, at that point, probably dance around a little. But anyway, back to this dude. First thought I had, I'll admit, was a bit rude, but hear me out before you boo. See, I was confused, because if I was in his shoes and I had to choose a job, this would not be the job I'd choose. And I know that sounds hardcore, but honestly, this is the one job that I would want two arms for. Now, that being said, this dude was a motherfucking gangster. The arm he had looked like it was strong enough to be the anchor on an oil tanker. Like he could have been Arnold Schwarzenegger's trainer back when he was starring in The Terminators, and it woke me up like the scent from a cup of Sanka. So I went home and wrote this poem as an ode to thank him. See, it really got me thinking about my situation. Why the fuck am I complaining? This world is full of people maintaining. No matter who you are or where you're from, we all have to wake up every day and ignore the fact that we don't know where we'll go or why we've come. And that can cause confusion. So we distract ourselves with movies and with music and focus on amusement instead of self-improvement, a mutually agreed upon collective delusion. With this much stimulus and this little understanding, it's no wonder we don't all just completely fucking lose it. Genius and insanity are closer than they seem. Your perspective is the difference between your nightmares and your dreams. Because if everything is energy and my body is a vessel, then my struggle is unique, but that doesn't make it special. And this motherfucker had the balls to up and whistle. with a fistful of shopping carts that he guided like a missile. And it blew me away, like a sneeze into a tissue, that someone who has seemingly so many issues could be unequivocally so blissful, while someone who's as lucky as I am could be self-creating problems by the listful. Well, I guess that's my process. But when it gets indulgent, it can border on obnoxious, insulting, and repulsive. So from this point on, if my thoughts start thinking that they're important, or my feelings start feeling too distorted, I'm going to sort them into categories to see if I can change them. If I can, I'll simply make the moves to rearrange them. If I can't, I'll acknowledge them but won't engage them. Look them square into their eyes, smile while I face them, and this is really hard for me, so just thank you guys very much. I appreciate it. Thank you. Cheers. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Oh my God.